All right, so I just want to be able to go over your answers. Hopefully, this is what you have. So I'm going to show you how to solve each of these three correctly. And then you can go back and retry the slides if you want to make sure, because again, I want to make sure you are doing this correctly. I don't need you to know necessarily today how to do it on your own. We are learning and we're going to get through this together. On Thursday, I am going to post your lesson, which is going to be a website that is going to show me whether or not you have understood this as well. Okay, so if you look at this first equation, remember we always start at our B. B here is not there, so it's 0. So this first line would have started right here in the middle at the origin. And then I'm going to move my rise over run. Rise is 1, run is 3. So this is up 1 to the right 3. Put a point, do it again, especially with systems, as many times as you can do it is better, because usually you will intersect somewhere along this line. So the more points you have, the easier it is to figure out where the lines will intersect. Okay, there's your first line. Hopefully you got that. So now the next one, -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, make sure you are starting on this y-axis, which is the vertical line in the middle of your graph. From here, you would go your rise over run. If it's not over a number, put it over 1. So that way you know you're always going to the right. So down 2 to the right 1. If I go backwards, there would be up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1. Again, as I told you, the more points, the better, because then you could figure out exactly where you intersect. Here we intersect at, what is the x value? 1, 2, 3, -3. And what is the y value? Down 1. So this is the point -3, -1. That would be my solution to the system. That would have been where they intersected. All right, so now, great. Let's go to the next one. Again, start at your y-intercept, +3, and move your slope to, oh, what's my run? 1. Very good. Put it over 1. So this is up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the left 1 to go backwards, down 2 to the left 1 to go backwards. Again, the more points, the better, just to make sure you can find that point of intersection. Next one starts at a -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down below, because that's where our negatives are. And then this would be up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the right 3. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And you can see that I have parallel lines. If you reduce this, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So this is 2x minus 5. Notice that they have the exact same slopes. Therefore, they are definitely parallel. Parallel lines have no solution. So you're not going to write that they're parallel here as your answer. You're going to write that there is no solution. The reason there is no solution would be because there are parallel lines. Okay, so now let's look at that final example. On that final example, you have your x and your y intercepts. So I'm going to take the x. This is both standard form. So the best thing to do is to separate. X equals 4. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have a negative y equals 4. And divide by -1. And that is y equals a -4. So now I have my y-intercept of a -4. So that's down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's our first line. So now let's look at the next one. Again, separate your x's. And that gives me x is equal to 2. Separate your y, and that gives me y equals 2. So now I plot my y value at y equals 2 and figure out where they intersect. By looking at this, they intersect at x is 3 and y would be -1. So my answer for this one would have been 3, -1. Replay this video if you need to. Go back to the previous slides and retry if you would like to make sure you are completely understanding how to graph systems. Can't wait till Thursday. On Thursday, we'll do some more practice of this. Great. Please see the last slide of the flip grid if you have any questions and want to see more examples from me.